Hello everybody, today I'm going to be unboxing the GAN 14 MAGLEV. So when you open the cube, there's a little tab right here, and you just pull it and then all stuff comes out. You have the cube and then the accessories box. Inside of the cube box obviously is the cube itself. Here it is. I have already unboxed this cube, but I wanted to give you guys the unboxing experience. So here's the cube, and inside of the box there is this little thing on the bottom which holds the adjustment tool and the other extra magnets. The blue ones are the weaker ones. And inside the accessories box is the bag, a card for the Cube Station app where you can pay $5 to get a how to solve the cube tutorial. Here is the instruction manual for the cube. You will be needing this. It is written in Mandarin and in English, and of course on the inside is the famous GAN 14 fire hydrant. So inside the cube, inside the centers is of course the center travel ring, which is the top ring, and the tensioning ring on the bottom. To use the fire hydrant to adjust it, you put these three little things, you put them to adjust the center travel distance, and then you put each one of these into one of the little slots, and then this side is used for the tension system. You put each of these inside one of the little slots inside the cube. So you can adjust it by putting it in however you want for the tension, and then just putting it in and then clicking it and seeing how much. When you hear the big click, that gets reset to 1, and then I currently have it on setting 3, and my center distance is also set to 3. You can adjust it by putting the little slots inside, and then whatever one of the little slots is pointing to, that's what setting it's on. And then the same is for the tension. There's these little white markers, and they point to whatever setting you're on. And so inside of, or on the pieces, there are, inside the corners, there are these little numbers, and if you can't read them, just know that when you hit the big click, that's when it gets reset to 1. There are 6 settings for it, or well, 12 in all, because there are the weaker magnets. 6 has the most amount of auto alignment, like this. It auto aligns at 40 degrees, so right about there. And so, of course, inside of the edges, GAN loves all of its customizability, and so inside of the edges there are little numbers which you can, and little slots, a little slot that you can move up and down to adjust the magnet strength. To adjust these, you use the magnetic tool, the metal tool, to move it up and down, like by putting this part into the little slot. And the same goes for the corner magnets. And at the top of the edge magnets, at the top of the ring, or at the top of the piece, is, if the slot's on the top, that means it's at setting 3, and if it's at the bottom, that means it's at setting 1. 1 has the weakest magnetic strength, and the 3 has the most, or as in the manual it says, startup resistance, which is how much the cube responds when you start a turn. I have mine currently set to 3, so then it doesn't really give me that much of an impact when I start a turn, but it is still strong enough that it keeps the cube in place. You will need this manual because it has everything you need to know about the cube and all of the different things that you need to know. And so, yeah, I'll give my review of the cube. I think the GAN cube is a really premium cube that you should use if you have a higher budget, or if you really are into speed cubing. It is really expensive. It's a little bit more than $90, I think. Might be a little bit less. And for how much all of the customizations it has, it is a very nice cube. If you aren't really sure how you like your cubes yet, and if you use Cube Lube on it, you can really make it just like how you want it. But something that did surprise me was that it had on the edge pieces, it had these, which are usually only found in smart cubes. And something I did want to show you was how to take out the actual magnets. So you put this, one of the ends of the the bigger end on, if you have the default ones in, and then you twist it, and then you take it out like that. And then to put it back in, you just put it inside. Hold on. You put it inside of the piece like that, and then you put the bigger side of the fire hydrant on, and then you twist it into place, and then you take it back out, and then you just put the piece back in, and there you go. You changed the piece, or you changed the magnet. So it is a very fast cube if you set it up like that. It can also be a really tight cube if you like your cubes tighter and more controllable. It is already really controllable at fast settings because of all of the different magnets, all of the 88 magnets. And if you get tired of some settings, you can always change, because there's 1,256 different possibilities with it. You can try my settings, which is the center travel to 3, tension 3, edge magnets 2, and then my corner magnets at level 6 with the white magnets. And let me do a solve for you guys. Comment how fast that was, because I do not think that was very fast. Comment what your favorite PLL algorithm is too, because my favorite is probably the T-perm, because it was the first one I learned, and I've just gone really fast at it. But my second favorite is probably the H-perm, because it's just like really cool, and you can actually do this pattern with it. If you just do a bunch of H-perms. I don't really see how that's helpful, but you can do this. I think this cube is really good if you are a really good speed cuber, because it is really expensive. But if you have, like, if you're really interested in speed cubing and you really want to get good at speed cubing, then I would recommend this cube. And comment if you have a really expensive cube, because there are a lot of expensive ones out there, but there are really cheap ones. So comment if you also have, if you prefer budget cubes over flagship cubes, and comment if you have a flagship cube. And thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment what video I should do next.